Become the ultimate role model. Excel in your career, life, and relationships. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, wow, they're so inspiring. How do they manage to be so successful, balanced, and admired? If you want to be that person, the one who's a role model in their career, personal life, and relationships, this video is for you. Let's dive into a practical, deep, and transformative guide to help you stand out, live with purpose, and inspire others to follow your lead. Ready to take the first step toward a high-performance life? Let's do this. Part 1. Lay the groundwork. Self-discovery and purpose for success. Becoming a role model starts with you. You can't inspire others if you don't know who you are, what you want, or where you stand. Self-awareness is the bedrock of any success journey, whether in your career, personal life, or relationships. Think about it. How can you lead a team, build deep connections, or live with energy if you don't understand your strengths, weaknesses, and motivations? Action 1. Dive deep into self-discovery. Take time to reflect on who you are. Grab a notebook and write. What are your core values? What drives you? What do you want people to say about you when you're not around? This isn't just an exercise, it's a roadmap for your future decisions. For example, if freedom is a core value, your career might need flexibility, like starting your own business or working remotely. If connection matters most, focus on building authentic relationships. Practical tip: spend 10 minutes daily for a week writing about your dreams, fears, and what makes you feel alive. Ask yourself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid of failing? Or, what makes me proud of myself? This simple habit will align your actions with your purpose. Action 2. Define a clear purpose. Being a role model isn't about perfection. It's about living with intention. A clear purpose acts like a compass, guiding your choices and keeping you focused. Ask yourself, what impact do I want to make in the world? Maybe you want to be a leader who inspires your team, a partner who builds trust, or someone who lives with vitality to seize every moment. Practical tip: write a single sentence that sums up your purpose. For example, I want to inspire people to live authentically and courageously. Put it somewhere visible, on your phone, desk, and let it guide you daily. Action 3. Prioritize your mental and physical health. You can't be a role model if you're burned out, stressed, or unbalanced. Health is the foundation of high performance. Start with the basics. Sleep at least 7 hours. Eat foods that fuel your body, and move daily, even if it's a 20-minute walk. Small, consistent actions lead to big results. Practical tip: try basic biohacking. Create a morning routine with 5 minutes of meditation, a glass of lemon water, and 10 minutes of stretching. This recharges your energy and sets you up for the day. Why it matters: when you know yourself, live with purpose, and take care of your health, you radiate confidence and authenticity. People notice. They're drawn to someone who knows where they're going and lives with passion. This is the foundation for becoming a role model, and it's just the start. In the next part, we'll talk about how to master your career and become a professional everyone respects and admires. Want to take the next step? Stick with us. Ready to start now? Grab a notebook and write your purpose statement. Drop it in the comments, we'd love to hear it. And join us for the next part for more game-changing tips. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any content on healthy evolution, high performance, and living a full life. Part 2. Crush your career. Become a standout professional. Welcome back. In Part 1, we covered building a foundation with self-awareness, purpose, and health. Now, let's level up. How to become a role model in your career. Being the professional everyone respects, admires, and wants on their team doesn't happen by chance. It's about strategy, consistency, and impact. Let's dive into practical actions to shine at work and stand out as someone who inspires trust and results. Part 2. Master your career with excellence and influence. To be a role model at work, you need to be more than competent. You need to be unforgettable. That means delivering consistent results, building a rock-solid reputation, and inspiring those around you. Here are powerful actions to start today. Action 1. Develop high-demand skills. In today's market, the right skills open doors. Identify what your industry values and invest in learning them. For example, if you're in tech, master tools like AI or data analysis. If you're in sales, hone negotiation and storytelling techniques. The key is to become indispensable. Practical tip: list the top 3 skills valued in your field. Check out online courses. Platforms like Coursera or LinkedIn Learning are great, and dedicate 1 hour a week to learning. In 6 months, you'll be ahead of the pack. Action 2. Build a strong personal brand. Your personal brand is how people perceive you. Want to be seen as reliable, creative, or a leader? Start showing it. At work, share ideas in meetings, take initiative, and deliver consistently. Outside work, use platforms like LinkedIn to share relevant content about your field. 1 post a week about something you've learned can make a big difference. Practical tip: write a 3-paragraph post about a work challenge you overcame and the lesson learned. Share it on LinkedIn with a catchy opener like, "How to turn a mistake into a growth opportunity." This shows authenticity and grabs attention. Action 3. Lead, even without a title. Leadership isn't about a job title. It's about inspiring, supporting, and solving problems. Offer to help a colleague, suggest process improvements, or take charge of a small project. These actions show you care about the team's success, not just your own. Practical tip: in your next meeting, volunteer to lead a small initiative, like organizing a training or streamlining a workflow. Document the results and share them with your team. This builds your reputation as a go-getter. Action 4. Manage your energy, not just your time. High performance isn't about working harder, but smarter. Use focus blocks. Set aside 90 minutes daily for your most important tasks, distraction-free. Turn off notifications, close your email, and dive into what matters. This boosts productivity and confidence. Practical tip: try the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of focus, plus 5-minute break for a week. Track how many tasks you complete and how you feel. The mental clarity will surprise you. Why it matters. When you invest in skills, build a personal brand, lead by example, and manage your energy, you become the professional everyone wants on their team. People start seeking you out for advice, partnerships, and opportunities. You're not just another employee, you're a role model. In the next part, we'll bring this energy to your personal life, building deep relationships and a routine that makes you shine. Ready to keep going? Stay with us. Which of these actions will you try today? Share in the comments and join me for the next part, where we'll transform your personal life. Part 3. Thrive personally. Build balance and meaningful connections. You've made it this far, and that shows you're committed to becoming your best self. In Part 1, we talked about self-awareness and purpose. In Part 2, we dove into standing out in your career. Now, let's bring that energy to your personal life. Being a role model in your personal life means living with balance, authenticity, and meaningful connections. Let's explore practical actions to build a vibrant routine and relationships that inspire. Ready to transform your life? Part 3. Thrive personally. Build balance and meaningful connections. You've made it this far, and that shows you're committed to becoming your best self. In Part 1, we talked about self-awareness and purpose. In Part 2, we dove into standing out in your career. Now, let's bring that energy to your personal life. Being a role model in your personal life means living with balance, authenticity, and meaningful connections. Let's explore practical actions to build a vibrant routine and relationships that inspire. Ready to transform your life? Transform your personal life with balance and deep connections. Your personal life is where you recharge, connect, and live your deepest values. To be a role model, you need a routine that energizes you and relationships that lift you up. Here are powerful strategies to make it happen. Action 1. Create an empowering morning routine. How you start your day sets the tone for everything. An intentional morning routine can transform your energy, clarity, and motivation. It doesn't need to be complicated. Combine something for your body like stretching, mind like reading, and soul like gratitude. For example, 10 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes writing 3 things you're grateful for, and a quick walk can work wonders. Practical tip: build a 15-minute morning routine. Example: 5 minutes of deep breathing, 5 minutes writing your daily goals, and 5 minutes of light exercise. Try it for 7 days and notice how much more focused and alive you feel. Action 2. Cultivate authentic relationships. Being a role model in relationships is about quality, not quantity. Invest in connections that challenge you to grow. Be present, listen actively, show empathy, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Instead of a generic, "I'm good," share something real with a friend like, "I've been tackling a work challenge, but I'm proud of how I handled it." Practical tip: pick one important person in your life and schedule a coffee or call. During the conversation, ask open-ended questions like, "What's been inspiring you lately?" and listen without interrupting. This deepens bonds and shows you value the connection. Action 3. Set healthy boundaries. To be a role model, you need to protect your energy. That means saying no to commitments that don't align with your values and yes to what helps you grow. For example, if you're overwhelmed, politely decline extra tasks or invites. "Thanks for the invite, but I need to focus on other priorities right now." Practical tip: do a commitment detox. List your weekly obligations and cut one that doesn't add value. Use that time for something that energizes you, a hobby or quality time with someone special. Action 4. Invest in continuous personal growth. People who inspire never stop learning. Read books, listen to podcasts, or attend workshops on topics like spirituality, mental health, or biohacking. This not only enriches you, but also gives you stories and insights to share, making you a source of inspiration. Practical tip: pick a book or podcast on personal growth like Atomic Habits by James Clear or The School of Greatness podcast. Spend 20 minutes daily engaging with it and jot down one idea to apply in your life. Why it matters. When you live with balance, nurture deep relationships, and protect your energy, you become a magnet for inspiration. People notice your calm, your passion for life, and want to emulate it. You're not just living, you're shining. In the next part, we'll tie it all together and talk about how to integrate your career, personal life, and relationships to become a true role model in every way. Want to see how? Stick with us. Which action from this part will you try first? Share in the comments and join me for the next part, where we'll wrap it up with a bang. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any content on healthy evolution, high performance, and living a full life. Part 4. A lasting legacy. Unite your life and inspire others. You've reached the final part of this journey, and that's already a huge win. So far, we've covered building a foundation with self-awareness, mastering your career with excellence, and transforming your personal life with balance and deep connections. Now, let's bring it all together and show you how to integrate these pillars to become a true role model, someone who inspires, impacts, and leaves a lasting legacy in every area of life. Ready to shine brighter than ever? Part 4. Integrate everything and leave an inspiring legacy. Being a role model is about consistency, authenticity, and lasting impact. It's about making your career, personal life, and relationships work together to create a version of you that people admire and want to follow. Here are the final actions to solidify this journey and become unforgettable. Action 1. Align your life with your values. To be a role model, your actions need to reflect who you are. Revisit the values you identified in Part 1 and ask, are my daily choices aligned with them? For example, if health is a priority, but you're working yourself to exhaustion, it's time to adjust. Create a values filter for decisions. Before taking on a project, commitment, or even a conversation, ask, does this bring me closer to what I believe in? Practical tip: do a weekly review. Every Sunday, take 15 minutes to check if your week's actions reflected your values. Adjust as needed, like saying no to something that pulls you off track. Action 2. Inspire by example. Role models don't need to shout to be noticed. Their actions speak louder. Whether at work, helping a colleague grow, or at home showing kindness. Your actions inspire. Be consistent. Deliver on promises. Show up on time. And honor commitments. This builds a reputation that makes people want to follow you. Practical tip. Choose one small daily action to inspire someone. It could be praising a coworker's effort, sharing a helpful tip with a friend, or posting something uplifting online. Small gestures create big ripples. Action 3. Build a network of impact. No one becomes a role model alone. Surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. Join groups, events, or communities online or in person where you can learn and contribute. For example, get involved in a professional networking group or a biohacking community. These connections amplify your impact and keep you motivated. Practical tip. Find a community like a LinkedIn group or local event and engage actively for a month. Share ideas, ask questions, and connect people. You'll be amazed at the doors this opens. Action 4. Plan your legacy. Think about the impact you want to leave. How do you want to be remembered? Write a letter to your future self, describing how you want people to see you in 10 years. Use it as a guide for your actions today. For example, if you want to be remembered as someone who transforms lives, start now by helping one person a week with advice, a resource, or support. Practical tip. Write your letter to your future self today. Describe who you want to be and the impact you want to make. Save it and reread it every 3 months to stay on track. Why it matters. When you align your values, inspire through action, build a network of impact, and focus on your legacy, you're not just living, you're creating a story that motivates others. You become the person people look at and think, I want to be like that. That's the power of being a role model. Wrapping up with a bang. Being a role model is a journey, not a destination. Start with small steps. Know yourself. Excel in your career. Live with balance and inspire by example. Every action you take brings you closer to being someone who impacts, transforms, and leaves a legacy. The world needs more people like you, so go out and shine. What's the biggest takeaway from these 4 parts? Share in the comments and start applying one of these actions today. If you want to keep growing, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any content on healthy evolution, high performance, and living a full life.